Good evening and welcome back to another episode of What's Your Story? Tonight we are sitting down with Terri Coakley, the owner of 173 Mercantile on Western Avenue, aka Route 35 in Kennebunk. Welcome to our show.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
What a beautiful shop you own.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
It's really, how much fun is that?
It's extremely fun.
I bet.
It's everything in the store is literally everything that I have either bought for somebody in my family or my daughter.
Okay.
Or something that I would like to just buy for myself.
I know, that's the way to do it, right? And then you can also turn around and tell people what it's all about because you
Right.
have a personal connection to an item. How smart. So have you lived here your whole life in this area?
No, not my whole life. I grew up in Massachusetts, and my parents moved here, I want to say in 91,
Okay.
92.
Yeah.
So I came up shortly after that.
Yeah. And where did you go to school?
I went to high school in Massachusetts.
Yep. Okay.
And then I went to a small art school in Miami, Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. And are you an artist?
I would say so.
Okay.
I originally,
Say yes.
I like all sorts of, like art and creative projects.
Yeah.
So I would say,
You can definitely tell by walking into your store.
Thank
It really
you.
is beautiful. So, and before the Mercantile, you were part of the resort collection.
Yeah.
Is that right? What did
Yeah.
you do? What did you do there?
So for Kennebunk Port Resort Collection, I worked in their hotels, the downtown hotels, and the downtown restaurants.
Okay. Were you like showing them what to buy and that sort of thing?
No,
or-
I was in more of like an operations role.
Okay.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Hospitality has since I'm moving to Kennebunk and Kennebunk Port, I've always worked in hospitality.
Okay.
So it was important for me to incorporate that into the retail space.
You could definitely tell.
Like creating
Yeah.
like little like vibes around the store and things like that.
So do you, I know a lot of people, you start with that clean slate, but like, can you tell me how you build so say you just open a box of things that you've received, how do you build a display?
Lots of trial and error.
Okay.
A lot of times I think about I want the space to kind of feel like you're walking into like my house,
Okay.
right? So
Yep.
is my house as like organized as the store? No, but it kind of is an extension. So like maybe when you come in to like your home or you come into my home, you're gonna hang your bag like on a hook,
Okay.
or you're gonna put it on a doorknob. So I tried to like think of like little things that like I do in my space when I'm like creating
Yep.
a display.
So you're a lifestyle.
A little bit, yeah. Like I also do a lot of things I have in the store. I set up in like threes, so it'll be like three of something.
I do that in my house.
And I'm always
Why is
like,
that?
I don't know, but I'm always like, oh my gosh, rule of three.
Yes.
Like if it's four, I'm not like, no, something's off.
Yeah, no,
Sometimes
there's-
five, but like always three. Like when I used to work in the hotels and in the restaurants, it was a very same. Like I would walk in and be like, what is this?
Three little birds,
You know,
three little
yeah.
birds. Yeah.
Yeah, one candle. Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, but like I kind of like think through it, and then sometimes I'll like set it up, like put stuff out, and then like let it sit for a little bit, and then go back and
Yeah.
rearrange it.
So now to get your inventory, you must have to go to trade shows. Is that a fun part of your job?
Oh yeah, it's great.
I bet.
It's
That's-
really fun.
Yeah.
I actually just earlier this month was in New York. I go to the Shop Object show, and then there's another one called New York Now too. And Oh yeah, I love it. And what was cool about this year is my daughter came.
Oh,
So
nice.
she's at SUNY Purchase, which is kind of not too far from the city. So she
Yep.
took the train in and met me.
Oh,
and
how cool.
Oh, it was so fun. And it was great because like she really edits me.
Okay.
So I'll be like, oh my God, I love this. Like these will be so cool. And she'll be like, no, like, no.
So before you go, do you have a list of things you're looking for? Or is
Yeah.
it like you're open-minded? Do you have a budget? Like,
Definitely a budget.
Okay.
Yeah, like I opened in May. So like now I have like a really good understanding of like what will sell quickly, what's gonna sit and sell for like gifting season, you know, things like that. So like this year I really wanted to like beef up like stationery brands. And so I found like some great ones and looking for like soaps and lotions.
Yeah.
Found some great ones. So like I kind of go into it like knowing like what parts I want to like beef up.
Yep.
And then I do a lot of like research online too. So like I'll look and see what brands are going to be at the shows.
Okay.
And
So you
then
sort of
or
know
like
a
what
little bit.
reps.
Yep.
And then like I go and like look at them. Like what's their social like? You know, what's the ethos of the company? Does
Right.
it align with like my
Yeah.
you know, my thoughts and you know, do I want that in my store?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, so it's, yeah. I mean, I think we all have like a different process, but that's kind of mine.
I would think that would be really fun.
It is, yeah.
And the thing is, you're using, yes, like for you, it's different than it is for me. Like when I buy books for the library, it's not my money that I'm spending.
Yeah.
But you really have to think about your community and what people are looking for.
Right.
And you know what is going to sell.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because some stuff, as we know, sits there until it goes on to the 50%
Exactly.
off rack, or for in my case, the book sale.
Yeah, the book sale.
When we discard something.
Yeah, which I'm going to, by the way. I can't wait for that. The 29th.
Oh
Sip
yeah,
and
that's
shop.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well, we're pretty lucky that we have that presence downstairs. You know, all the time.
Yeah, it's
It really
cool.
is cool. Yeah. So, so do you have people that will come in off the street and try to put their stuff in your store?
Not really,
Okay.
no.
I wasn't sure if that even.
I mean, sometimes I've had like people come in, but not like, sometimes it'll be like a rep, or like a lot of times it might be like a small maker, which is cool. And, you know, like sometimes I can do it. Sometimes it's just not like a product that I would sell.
Yeah.
Like it just wouldn't be like a good fit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like sometimes for sure.
What are your hours of the store?
Right now it's daily 10 to 6.
Okay.
I've been closed the past 2 days because I had to paint the floors. But normally I'm there like
Every day.
Every day. Or if I'm not there, I have like a great little team of people who help,
Oh,
which is amazing.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Is it family? Is it
Well,
family
my
members?
mom helps.
Yeah.
She's been out for a little while because she broke her shoulder, but she's coming back, so that's like a big thing.
Yes.
And then I have a couple of people who come in on a part-time basis because they're still in school.
Yeah.
But it's great, you know,
That's
like it's
good.
really,
Yeah.
it's a nice little team. Like everyone just kind of.
That's nice because I think these days it's really tough to, to find people that are really good
Yeah.
and show up.
Right. Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
And so when you're not open, do you get any time to do anything for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I mean, I like reading, so I know it's probably cliche to be in a library and say that.
Nah.
But yeah, like I also too, like I sew a lot, or sewed a lot more than I do now. So I do try to like do something.
Yep.
I like to paint, so I do painting and I sketch stuff, and
That's
I don't know,
awesome.
I'm always trying to like do something.
Do you ever think about selling your things in your store?
Oh, I don't know. It's like initially like I really wanted to, but just from like a production standpoint, it just wouldn't.
Yeah.
And plus like it's so like it's hard enough to have a retail space that is so heavily you know what I mean? So like, I don't know, like I wouldn't want people to be like, oh my God, that's what she did. Her stuff is so ugly. Cause like it's just like it's subjective,
Yeah.
I think. So like,
Yeah.
no, probably
And then
not.
it doesn't become something that you love to do. Sometimes it
Yeah.
crosses over.
It's true. Yeah, exactly. Like a few years ago, my daughter is in art school and she did these series of like these videos of this thing she did at school. And some of the videos started to go viral. So she found herself creating art for these videos, like for the videos.
Yeah.
So then she just kind of was like, it's actually, no, that's not why I do art. That's not what I want to do. And she just stopped. And I think that I would probably be like that too if I was creating to sell. But I mean, it would be great, but I like to just do it for me.
No, well, I get that. I get that. So you just said that you have a small team, but you're it, right? When it comes to figuring out the POS system.
Yes.
Doing your books.
Yeah. Oh, I do have paper trails.
Well,
yes, but yeah.
But all of that stuff, getting the inventory in, buying the inventory.
Yeah.
And then advertising that you're out there and social media and all those things. So you probably don't sleep a whole lot.
Yeah, no, my day starts pretty early.
Yeah.
But like working in the service industry for as long as I did, I think when you come from that life, you can multitask very well.
Yeah.
And wearing many hats is, part of the game.
Yeah.
So, like creating the budget, writing the business plan was the biggest thing. And then like creating the budget for it, and then like understanding how this is actually my P&L now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this isn't somebody else's like imaginary money. It's actually mine.
Yeah. You're talking about your profit and loss statement.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like, and I like creating the budget is something I've always enjoyed doing. And I'm lucky where I had, like Deb Lennon is my landlord. She owns my building and I actually used to work for her.
Yeah.
And has always been a tremendous mentor for me.
Yeah.
And again, like she kind of will check and edit me too, because I'll be like, "Well, look at this.
And
How would I do
she's
this?"
so down to earth.
Yeah.
And so that's a great person to have.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just to even have somebody to just kind of, it's nice to have, you don't want to surround yourself with people just like you, and you don't want people to constantly tell you everything you're doing is great. And you need to have the people like in your life and around you that says, yeah, okay, but
A good check-in.
let's do this.
Yeah.
How about we try it this way? Let's look at things like this way. And to have that like objective, like flip side is definitely beneficial.
Oh, that is so great. That is so great. So what's next for you as far as the store? You just opened and this is kind of a quiet time. So you're building up
for the big time.
Yeah. So were your expectations met last summer?
Yeah, definitely. I think especially I just really wanted to have a space that was good for locals and year-round people who live here year-round, and also people who come up for the summer.
Check.
People
Check.
who, and to and it also was important for me to have a space filled with things at all different price points.
Okay.
I have had times in my life where I needed to buy multiple presents and didn't have a lot of money to spend on those presents. So it was important for me to have good quality items that anyone could come in and get.
That's
and feel
really
comfortable coming in and getting.
Well, we appreciate that because sometimes, you are looking for something that's at this level, and even just to get walking around your store, I could walk around there 5 times and still not see everything that's there.
Yeah,
which is really fun.
It is. Fun.
That's kind of what you are. You're creating that experience for people, but at the same time, to be able to know that there are those different price points and different items that are there.
Definitely.
Fun items.
Yeah,
Really
I mean,
fun,
I think
thoughtful.
so. I think they're pretty fun.
Yeah.
And like the other thing I started doing over the summer, and I do it when I can, is like I put out like a little dish with like rings or like earrings or something, and I'll write like a little note that's like, I don't know, earrings are fun and so are you. So like take a pair if you need a pair. You know, like take a ring if you need a ring.
Yeah.
And people are always like,
Really?
are these free? Like, what is it free? And I'm like, yeah, it's free. Like,
Yeah.
just take them. Like,
Yeah.
I just kind of I don't want it to be, I mean, obviously I have to make money and this is a business, but I also want it to be like a little bit like unexpected. And I think like a bowl of rings is kind of
That's
fun.
really, and maybe that will deter the person that wants to sneak something in their pocket.
I know I actually had somebody ask me about that, and I mean, knock on wood, I don't really think I have it. You know, like I do an inventory every week, but I find people are like pretty trustworthy.
Good. That's
which
good.
is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, you just don't know. And so it's nice. And I think sometimes too, it's the way you treat people.
Yeah.
Right? So when they walk in the door, you make them feel so comfortable and thank you for coming in. You know,
Right.
it's that, you know, it's that experience that you're so welcoming when people get there. And that I think sometimes goes a long way.
Well, thank you.
As
Yeah.
to, you know, when they're in there, how they're treated and
Right.
you know.
Yeah,
so.
I'm not like I don't hover.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow you around. You know, like I'll help you if you need it. You know, but
right. Yeah.
for the most part, I just want people to come in and
Yeah.
whether they buy something or not, like just come in and check
Right.
it out and hang out.
Right. My husband used to have a little health food store in Saco, and people would come in and ask him and his business partner for information. You know, they would sort of like wear them down and go back home and order stuff online. And you know, it was kind of, I mean, that's the world we live in these days,
Yeah,
right? Because
definitely.
everybody wants to get it cheaper, and
Right.
But I think that what you're offering is a whole. I mean, it's just a wonderful experience when the smells, the
Oh, thanks.
yeah, it's
I
just lovely to be in there.
I think so. I mean, I've had people too, like, you know, come in and be like, oh, I can buy this online, or I can do, cool, like, how about it?
Yeah.
Go and buy it online. That's, you know.
But we love local.
Yeah.
And we, again, thank you for allowing us to come in a few weeks ago.
Oh my gosh, it was so fun.
And you know, for you to do a benefit for us, that was really amazing.
Yeah,
And,
it was really fun, and it was so busy.
yes.
It was wild.
For a winter night.
Yeah.
But
It was
we
great.
really appreciate you doing that for
Yeah,
us.
of course.
It, you know, it helps in so many different ways. So for us to be able to say, hey, we're partnering with, you know, with the Mercantile, and you know, come see us.
Yeah.
And then hopefully they'll remember you and go back.
Right, and
So-
hopefully they'll remember the library.
That's
and
right.
come here.
So, so you mentioned that you have a daughter, and she's in college.
Yeah, she's a sophomore.
So, okay, so she's a sophomore.
Yeah, she's
so,
just turned 20 this fall.
yeah. Do you think she'll come back this way?
No. I mean, she's
Once you get the bug of the
Yeah.
city?
it is. And like prior to like her going to college, we lived in Portland for a few years because she went to school up there.
Yeah.
And it just was easier. So like this past summer when she came home, she was like, do you mind if I live in Portland? And I was like, no, go for it. It's fine. But like, it's just a different, like she doesn't drive and it's just a different, it's a different vibe than here. So,
Yeah.
but she did work at the store for me for a few hours.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It was good. But it was
I bet you
funny.
as time goes on, though.
Yeah,
she'll
she
probably wanna be there a
might.
little
Yeah,
more.
she might. We'll see.
So I noticed one of your clips on, is it on Instagram? You've been doing a couple of little videos here and there.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Oh, thanks.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Thank you. Yeah.
If they're fun.
Yeah. Well, I try to like,
So-
I think it's like, I don't know, like for me, I I want it to be, fun. And I like the reels because it's kind of like creative.
Yeah.
And I don't always want what I'm putting out online to be like, this is the product I have.
Right.
I want to show you this product.
yeah.
I want it to be like, hey, like, here's some cool stuff that I'm doing outside of this, you know, but
Keep
thanks.
those up. They're really
Yeah,
fun.
I think they're fun.
Yeah. Well, you must
Thank
have
you.
fun doing them.
Yeah, it is fun. It's hard because like it's
Because it's you.
it's me.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like I made a video today that I'll post later, but I like put my phone in like a coffee cup so I could like press the, record button and then like go and do the thing and then like run back and like touch it off because I didn't have the tripod with me, but thank you.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
It is. It's funny.
So, so as we get to wrap up, we like to have a little rapid fire.
Okay, yeah,
All right,
let's do
ready?
it. Let's do it. Okay.
Are you a drinker?
Ish.
Okay, so do you have a favorite cocktail?
Well, if I was gonna have a drink, it would just be probably a Paloma.
Okay. What's in that?
It's
that
like
grapefruit?
tequila, grapefruit.
Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah,
Do you have a favorite book
yeah.
this week?
I don't know, like that's hard.
Genre? I know, it is.
I mean, I like to read a lot of like feminism books.
Yeah.
And like right now, I'm rereading White Feminism, which is the book that kind of for the movement left behind, which is to me very interesting and really fascinating.
Yeah. Favorite movie?
My favorite movie would be Rocky 2.
Okay. Why two?
I don't know. There's something about Rocky 2. Rocky 1, love, but like Rocky 2, yeah. Rocky 3, any of the Rockies.
Okay. Good. Yeah, those are so good. Yeah. What about restaurant? And it doesn't have to be local.
Okay. Like all-time favorite restaurant? Oh my God. All-time favorite. Well, the very first restaurant, like fancy restaurant I ate at when I moved to Maine was 4th Street in Portland.
Okay. Yeah.
So like that is one of my places
Yeah.
I like.
I think our producer, Mike Kelly, likes that place
Yeah.
too.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's so good. And so like I think like, I don't know, like right now currently I'm obsessed with Chez Rosa and the steak frites.
Love Chez Rosa.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Like that's my current obsession.
Yeah, that's me too.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And that's
Yeah.
such a great item on their menu. Coolest place you've ever been?
Ooh, coolest place I've ever been. Philadelphia in 1992.
Okay.
No, just kidding. I don't know.
Did you run up the steps?
Yeah, I did. So that Ken's the Rocky.
Nice.
No, I went to Paris when I was 40. And so I would just say like walking around Paris was by myself was probably cool.
Good for you. Did you get inspired there for?
I think partially, yeah. Only I didn't recognize it until like I opened. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
So if you aren't working, like if you had a day to go do something, what would you choose to do?
I would either drive up to Rockland because I love it up there, and like walk around, or I would hop on the train and like go to like one of the museums in Boston.
Okay, that's a fun day. Yeah, and it's doable.
Yeah, it's so doable. It's so easy.
Yeah.
We went to the Gardner, Isabella.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so fun.
Yeah.
And I posed in front of all the like empty frames.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love that.
It was good.
I've been there many times, and every once in a while I don't know. I always seem to get myself in trouble at that museum. It's like I want to touch that mosaic. Bam,
I mean,
miss.
Literally, yeah. It's wild. And then like like we went and you scan a QR code, and then you have to, then like this map of like the room comes up. So you're literally like, what?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It really is. Yeah, it really is cool. And it's that's one that you can just do, like going across the street to the Museum of Fine Arts, you're either gonna do the exhibit or do, it's not like,
Yeah.
it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you get to New York to visit with your daughter
Oh yeah,
besides
we do.
work?
Definitely, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's been a place that I've always taken her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the first time I went to New York City, I was in 4th grade. My auntie JoJo took me on a bus, which was amazing. We saw the Rockettes, and then I think I took Sabrina when she was in kindergarten, maybe 1st grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Just
just
a
always
magical
been
place.
Yeah,
It
and we try
really
to like
is.
stay in like a different section, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I have a niece that lives there, and so her mother, my sister, and I go visit a few times a year, and it's like this your second home because I go that much.
Yeah.
And it's we're always doing something different.
Right.
So
Even
it's
just
a
like being there
blast.
and like walking around,
Yeah.
like I could spend, I don't know, just hours.
Yeah.
Like, am I lost? Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, and my niece will tell us, you can't wear your jeans, you can't look like you're from Maine. It's like, what are you trying to say?
I know. It's funny.
You
'cause,
look like you would fit right
I
in,
mean,
by the way.
it's funny because like my mom, I said to my mother, like I wanted her to come, but she just, she didn't, it just didn't work out. And she was like, well, I don't have anything to wear. And I'm like, Mom, nobody's caring.
No one cares.
Nobody's
No.
even going to remember that you had on. I'll remember.
That's so funny. Well, thank you so much for
Oh my
being
gosh,
with us
thank you.
tonight.
This was
and
cool.
yeah, and really keep up the great work that
Thank
you're doing
you.
there. It is a beautiful store. You should be
Thanks.
very proud.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best there. It's if you haven't been there, you need to go check out the 173 Mercantile.
Come on in.
Right around the corner from the Cooper's Corner.
Yeah, it's like next to Old Vines, across from Florent,
Yep. So
next to the center.
thank you, Mike Kelly, for
Yeah,
producing
Mike
our show.
crushed it.
And thank you all for joining us. And hopefully we'll see you right back here next time for another episode of What's Your Story?